Good afternoon, fans. This is your girl from Mel's Match Chat, and this is your official Mel's Match Chat episode 262. How is everybody's week going so far? Mine has been fucking crazy, but it's been crazy for a good reason, okay? Everything is going well in my life. I'm just, adjusting to my new norm. I'm not talking about COVID or anything. I've done that, been there, done that. Have the t-shirt to prove it. I'm just getting used to my new norm as my new life is being, conducted with not having my mother in my life. So I it's been a tough road, but I'm getting through it. And I'm surrounding myself with really, really positive people who are going to be in my corner and not do this because it's a charity case. Sometimes I do feel like a charity case, but I'm not well off. I barely get by. I have, windfalls. I do get ahead a little bit. Sometimes I fall behind, but it's just life. So I'm hoping everybody's gonna have a great weekend. Next weekend's gonna be a little nuts. So Friday um Saturday, I may have to watch this, and I'm gonna probably go live around 7:30, 8 o'clock with the review of Crown Jewel because I have to go see my son, and by the time I get home, it's going to be 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not going to be able to watch it live. I will be finding out what the heck is going on. That is not a problem. It's just I want to watch it. It. So, but you will get a preview and prediction, which will be on Friday, not Friday, Saturday at 8 a.m. I'm going to be posting it. It's not going to be live. It will be pre-recorded, but I will be going live next week for episode 263. Any news or anything that comes forth with Crown Jewel, you will be notified, and I'll just get you ready for that. And there has been just so much going on in the world of professional wrestling. We have talks of possibly Triple H taking that call with CM Punk. We have tonight, we have an open challenge at SmackDown for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. And guess who's in the back there? Miss Emma Tennille Dashwood. She's at SmackDown tonight. So that could be, that could be an open challenge. Let's see. We have the AEWE All Out investigation has concluded. Some misinformation has come out with it. I'm not going to get into it here, but um, they need to get rid of, like, I'm wearing a Punk t-shirt, hoodie. All right. I'm not going to not wear this. This is clothes. It would be ridiculous for me not to wear it. It's fucking 50 degrees here in New York. I am freezing right now. Yes, I'm freezing at 50 degrees. I'm going through menopause. I got chilled today. I am not throwing this out. I spent way too much money on this to get this. All right. I am not going to throw it out. I'm not going to fucking burn it. You guys are nuts if you're going to do that. The whole thing with Punk, and I'm going to give you my opinion right now, and I'm going to give you my view on it. Punk is an amazing professional wrestler. He's got a shitty personality. The cult of personality, yes, that fits him to a T. But he doesn't have to do this all the fucking time because he's difficult to work with, and then nobody wants to work with him, and then he wonders why everybody's assholes to him. Hello? You gotta like give and take here, pal. It's like a fucking relationship. I'm surprised you have even a marriage because you're such a fucking hard-headed prick, and not the one that I like. Okay. Now there was been a rumor with Dominic Mysterio. Oh, ay, dos míos, Madonna mia. Dominic Mysterio was trying to see if he could get more heat, which I think on Monday Night Raw, he comes out, he gets the okay from Vicky Guerrero. He comes out, he's like, you know what? When I was a kid, When I was a kid, my father always used to run off and everything like that. But when Eddie was in the locker room and I was in the locker room with him, he always made time for me. He was the father. He should have been my father. I am renouncing the Mysterio name, and I am going to be, from this point forward, Dominic Guerrero. I would be fucking having orgasm upon orgasms upon orgasms. I am telling you, people, I would be the most happiest fucking bitch on the planet. So I'm hoping that this actually goes, because a lot of people are saying go for it. I would actually, if Dominic wants to do it the right way, he needs to call Vicky. He needs to call Chavo. He needs to call the family to say, I need to do this because Eddie Guerrero was a fucking heel at one point. So he needs to be healed. His father was never a heel. Even though he joined the NWO, he never was a heel. He was always the guy that you would like no matter what. So I think that this is a perfect opportunity for Dominic to take it to that next level. What do you think? What should he do? What if this were to happen? If this really were to happen, would you be supportive of it? I would be supportive, because look what he's doing right now. All right. Everybody's benefiting from being in the Judgment Day. And this is all Edge's fucking handiwork. So I would actually do this. Give me your thoughts on it. Let's see. What else has been the big news this week? Those are basically about it. And I'm just all for this. I'm all for this, and I'm all for, if Punk does come back to WWE, I'm not going to say that he isn't. And I'm not going to be the one that's going to jerk his cock, okay? I was never a CM Punk fan when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s to mid 20s. I was never a Punk fan, all right? I'm not claiming to be a Punk fan. I respect him enough that he does what he does in the ring. He puts his body on the line, and that is the end of it. Okay? I don't want to hear about anything else. He may be a jackass, but this jackass gave us memorable matches, and that's why I can live with myself supporting him. So, but I mean, the only match that I would like to actually see is the match that got fucking stopped. I want to know who the best in the world is. I want to know if Seth Rollins or CM Punk is best in the world. Have them go at it. He doesn't, and this time fucking Punk better do the fucking job and allow him to go over. He hasn't beat Cody Rhodes. I want him to beat CM Punk. He needs to do this to make amends with the wrestling community. But that is that. That is my rants. Simone Johnson has made her NXT debut, and it's under the name Ava Rain, and she sucks. She can't do a promo. She's damaged goods. She's had 4 knee surgeries. I want to see her in the ring. Because I have this funny feeling they're going to do some sort of Nia Jax. She'll only be there for 6 months, and she'll be up on the main roster. Triple H, do not do this. And she's with the Schism, Dyad, whatever they're called. Put her with Toxic Attraction. She is nothing like them. You put her with Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose even gets higher to be associated with The Rock's daughter. And then Gigi Dolan and JCJ, if they're not going to the main roster with Mandy Rose, perfect fucking thing to have The Rock's daughter take her place, Mandy's place, and then there you go. You have two fucking veteran because you got the one of them that was I think it was Killer Kelly, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Um and she needs to be with a veteran. She's with three men that have no idea. She should have been in with Toxic Attraction, or put her with fucking Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, Casey Catanzaro. Put her as I don't know, a person that is in that lifestyle, because she was in that lifestyle. She was partying. She was like that. Hey, how are you? Welcome aboard. How's everything going? But anywho, she needed to be put somebody, and Toxic Attraction have been hot. The dyad have been fucking miserably forgotten. They needed to give somebody else a chance. That person, and I'm going to give, I don't know who said it, it should have been Isla Dawn. Doesn't matter. I know who, you told me about that, so it's not a big deal. So, yeah, she needed to be with somebody. She's going to get lost in the shuffle. She's going to be forgotten. A couple people could have been taking that place that needed it the most. But what do I know? Anywho, moving on. Let's get this party started. Oh, that's upsetting. Sorry. Um, let's get this party started. You know what I promote. Let's go to Harry's.com. Get all your shaving and toiletry essentials at Harry's.com. Please do me a favor and go to Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials plus awesome merchandise. Seriously, I love the merch. I have 2 shirts and I love them. Also, please do me a favor and go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. You can get 3 flavors. They have on top of the spring water and the sparkling water, which is mixed berry, lime, and mango orange. Also, please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and get all your coffee essentials. You get the mugs, you'll get the ice. You can make iced coffee and tote it around, and everything is there. And if you are into like death and skulls and whatnot, there you go. You get the best of both worlds. They have 3 things that are been very hot on their website. They have the espresso, the pumpkin chai coffee, like hello, and they have, which has sold out, blueberry vanilla. So go check all that out and get on the bandwagon to Death Wish Coffee. Okay. This weekend we're going to be good. They're going to have Exodus from HOG Wrestling House of Glory. So if there's any tickets left, please go get them at hogwrestling.net. And if you can't, I'm hoping that they have it on Fight TV. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to go find that out. Also, please, if you're in the Pennsylvania, greater Pennsylvania area, they have 2 independent companies there of professional wrestling. It's Outbreak and Sanctuary. So let's get this party started. Well, I use the products. That's why I'm shouting them out. Last week's SmackDown was awesome. Was completely freaking awesome. I was thoroughly enjoyed myself watching it, and I since we're on SmackDown, I want to shout out Sheamus. Sheamus is getting married. That's why he got written off. Makes sense. I kind of had a feeling that that's the reason why he was getting um written off television, but that I don't understand why that needed to be. That was a little. He's only going to be what, gone for 2 weeks. That, no, I don't think that would, no. So we have a on this past Friday on SmackDown, we had a versus Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi Blackheart, and we have more. They had more going towards Ground Jewel with Logan Paul, and so on and so forth. We start off with Sheamus versus Solo Sequoia. The match kicks off with both men lock up. Sheamus backs Sequoia into the corner, but Sequoia reverses it before the referee breaks them up. Out in the corner, Sheamus gets a wrist lock that Sequoia breaks out with a right hand. Sheamus hits a lariat and Sequoia hits with a spinning heel kick. Sheamus throws Sequoia through the middle rope onto the apron, and Sheamus goes for the 10 beats of Bataran. But Sequoia breaks free and throws Sheamus outside the ring. Sequoia follows outside and hits a running kick. Sheamus hit a kick to Sheamus against the ring stairs. Back live with Sequoia hitting a running splash to Sheamus down in the corner. Sequoia goes for another, but Sheamus pops out of the corner and hits a lariat. Sheamus hits a white noise and covers for a 2. Sheamus goes up top, but Sequoia runs up to the counter to a Samoan drop from the top rope. Sequoia then covers for a 2 count. Sheamus catches a running Sequoia and plants him with a body slam. Sheamus hits the 10 beats of the Bataran. Sheamus backs into the corner, but Sequoia dodges a bro kick. Sheamus hits a running knee and covers, but Sammy climbs to the apron and distracts the ref. The Usos and the Brawling Brutes roll outside the ring. Sheamus dives off the top rope onto both Usos. Back in the ring, Sequoia hits a spinning solo and covers for a 3. Solo Sequoia picks up the win. I may take my own notes. Chill. Let's go, Sheamus. Where am I? I'm at my office slash kitchen slash wherever I want to sit to watch TV at this point. I can't sit in my own living room because that's where my mother passed away, and I can't sit in there. It wakes me out. So it's either here or I'm in my bedroom. And if I go to my bedroom, I'm going to go pass out for the night. I don't want to do that. So we had after the bell, the bloodline continues to beat down Sheamus. The Usos grab a steel chair, and Solo could place Sheamus's arm through the chair and on the stairs. And Jey Uso repeatedly bashes into Sheamus's arm. We come back from commercial. Bray Wyatt promo package. Wyatt talks about revenge and how he wants to confess the problems that he has tonight. Wyatt says anger can take him places that he shouldn't have come back from. Wyatt confesses that he was content with being over and him being left alone. Wyatt says he wanted the fans to stop chanting his name. Wyatt references his match with Goldberg. Wyatt stares down the camera directly and says that on this journey he will do horrible things that he will not be sorry for, and he's just a servant, and he goes where this circle takes him. Ooh. We come back from commercial break. Happy Friday too. I feel sorry for seeing you not able to be. Oh, it's not a problem. I have a big enough apartment, trust me. I don't need to be in there. I just can't right now, If I had company, that's a whole nother different ball of wax. But thank you. I appreciate that. We come back from commercial break. We have Liv Morgan versus Sonya Deville. The match begins with a lockup. Deville backs Morgan into the corner and shoves Morgan down to the mat. Morgan gets a roll up for a 2 count. Deville hits a drop kick and follows with a backstabber. Morgan gets a backslide and Deville rolls through with it and hits a big knee strike. Deville covers for a two. Deville slams Morgan's head off the turnbuckle. Deville dodges a drop kick and hits a kick to the midsection to knock Morgan outside of the ring. We come back and Morgan breaks free of a headlock. Morgan hits an enziguri and follows it up with a running knee in the corner. Morgan goes up top. Deville counters with a knee. Morgan taunts Deville and laughs at Deville and slaps her repeatedly before Morgan hits a takedown and follows with a series of strikes. Morgan throws Deville out of the ring and Morgan slams Deville's head in the stairs and again until the referee makes a 10 count, ending the match in a double count out. After the bell, Morgan grabs multiple steel chairs and throws them in the ring. Morgan scatters all the chairs and piles in a pile and puts Deville on the top rope. Morgan suplexes Deville on the pile of chairs. Morgan laughs as she crawls through the ring. Liv Morgan was on a very recent episode of Chucky on the USA. I haven't checked it out. Oh well, eventually I'll get to it. We come back from a commercial break. We have Braun Strowman making his way out to the ring to his face-to-face confrontation with Amos. Strowman calls out MVP and Amos so that Amos can look in the eyes of a real monster. MVP then walks out and says Strowman has always been the biggest man in the room until he found himself in the presence of a real giant. Amos, MVP says if Strowman wants to maintain his reputation as the monster, he should stay away from Amos so that he doesn't get exposed for what he really is. Strowman challenges Amos to a match at Crown Jewel, and MVP accepts for Amos. Amos then makes his way down to the ring and stands right in front of Amos and stares him down. Strowman moves closer and laughs in Amos' face. Amos shoves all the way. Amos shoves Strowman all the way out of the ring, and Amos and MVP walk to the back. Amos, that's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry. Don't I feel like, yeah, I feel like that it's comfortable to be in. Yes, yes, but it's going to take me time. I'm in no rush to confront that. We come back from commercial break and we have the women WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Damage Control versus Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi Blackheart. The match begins with Rodriguez and Sky in the ring. Rodriguez hits Sky high in the air, but Sky rolls through for a roll up for a quick 2 count. Kai tags in, and Shotzi soon tags in Rodriguez, slams Kai to the mat. Shotzi hits a running splash in the corner and climbs to the top rope, but Sky pulls Kai outside the ring. Rodriguez slams Sky into Kai, and then Rodriguez puts Shotzi on her shoulders, and Shotzi dives outside to hit both opponents. Shotzi has Kai up on her shoulders, and Shotzi hits a drop kick to drop Kai, and Shotzi covers for a 2. Kai hits a face buster and quickly tags Sky back in, who hits Shotzi with a missile dropkick. We come back from commercial break. Shotzi making the tag to Rodriguez, who hits a series of lariats to both opponents. Rodriguez hits a fall-away slam and goes to the top rope. Sky meets her up top and knocks Rodriguez down, and Sky hits a huge tornado DDT and covers for a 2 count. Sky goes for a moonsault, but Rodriguez dodges it and hits a big lariat before tagging in Shotzi in. Bailey climbs to the apron to distract Shotzi long enough for Sky to take advantage and eventually hit the moonsault and cover for the 3. Winner Damage Control retains. Yeah, so it's not every day you go into your living room and you find your mother dead. We come back. We have a match with Rey Mysterio versus Ludwig Kaiser. The match begins with Kaiser hitting a headlock takedown. Ray rolls through a lariat and hits a dropkick. Mysterio dives off the top rope, but Kaiser counters with an uppercut. Mysterio throws Kaiser down to the ropes and goes for the 619, but Imperium runs to the apron to stop Mysterio. Kaiser throws Mysterio outside and hits a big uppercut outside the ring. Come back with Kaiser hitting a kick to Mysterio's head. Mysterio dodges a kick in the corner and climbs to the top rope, but Kaiser meets him up top and goes for a suplex. But Mysterio fights free and knocks Kaiser to the mat with a headbutt. Mysterio then hits a senton and hits a flying crossbody off the middle rope. Mysterio hits a moonsault from the middle rope and covers for a two. Mysterio then hits 10 punches in the corner and pays tribute to Eddie Guerrero as the crowd chants Eddie's name. Mysterio goes to the top rope, but Kaiser hits and attempts a power bomb, but Mysterio is able to tip Kaiser over the top rope and the outside the ring. Mysterio grabs a chair and throws it to Gunther, who slaps the chair down as the Mysterio flops to the floor. He returns around and sees Mysterio laying down and ejects Gunther and Vinci. Back in the ring, Mysterio hits a Hurricanrana and sends Kaiser to the ropes. Mysterio hits a 619 and covers for a 3 count. Winner, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, exactly. You hit the nail right on the head. We come back and we have Logan Paul making his way out to the ring. Paul says he's confident in himself and his ability. He says he doesn't need a Paul Heyman or Usos to protect him. Jay Uso runs in the ring to attack Paul from behind. Jay slams Paul to the corner and hits a super kick and running splash to the corner. Sami Zayn runs in to try to get Jay to leave the ring. Jay goes to leave the ring but turns back and Paul hits a big uppercut and leaves the ring. SmackDown goes off the air with Logan Paul walking off victoriously. So what does the tribal chief have to say? Is Jay Uso going to be in trouble with the tribal chief? We're going to have to tune in tonight to find out. Monday Night Raw. We have the opening package for the show that airs. The Judgment Day music plays, and the group walks out to the ring. Rhea gets on the mic. She insults the crowd before saying that Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw. She also says that AJ found out last week that Dominic is all man. I want to test that theory. I'm 40 years old. He's 25. I want to test that theory. All right. I want to test it big fucking time. Finn then says that the phenomenal AJ Styles crumbled under the pressure against the legendary Dominic Mysterio. Damian Priest then asked the crowd to rise, but the crowd just booed him. He then said that the fans should rise and show respect for the greatest luchador, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic then said that the Judgment Day is the only one who ever believed in him. He also said he proved his doubters wrong by beating AJ Styles cleanly. He also called himself this generation's Eddie Guerrero before saying that Eddie was this generation's Dominic Mysterio. He then cut off by the OC's music. AJ started by asking Dominic to shut up. He then said that the fans know good wrestling when they see it. He then compared Dominic to James Ellsworth before getting in the ring, and James Ellsworth was shown, and he spit it out. He spit out whatever he was drinking. My, have the times have changed. He then said Dominic can't hide behind Judgment Day because they're going to pick apart Judgment Day one by one. Balor cut him off, saying that AJ still hides behind the club he created. Carl Anderson then says it's time to stop talking and it's time to remind the crowd why he's the toughest man in the building. By the way, if he doesn't show up at New Japan, he will be stripped of the IWGP Never Openweight Championship. Is this a work? I don't know, but if it is, I'm all for it. For New Japan and WWE, take my motherfucking money. I will fucking be shocked. Just say if Roman Reigns continues to have the title. Could you imagine Kazuchika Okada or Tanahashi or Naito coming on to possibly SmackDown on Monday Night Raw? Holy shit. I wouldn't want to go on Twitter. Hey, Elon, if that's the case, we need to up everything, okay? We need some insurance that we can get on Twitter. Just saying, Mr. Twitter. Just saying. So Carl Anderson versus Finn Balor. The match started with Balor knocking down Anderson, but Anderson fights back with an uppercut and follows with a dropkick, sending Balor outside the ring. We come back from commercial. Balor is attacking Anderson in the corner. Anderson fights back by drop kicking Balor's knee. Anderson continues to attack Balor's leg. Cover, 1-2, kick out. Carl continues to work the leg of Balor. Balor manages to escape a knee lock and attacks Carl Anderson with vicious elbows to Anderson's neck and follows up with a chin lock. Balor hits the neck breaker. Cover, 1-2, kick out. Balor continues with a chin lock. Anderson fights back with an uppercut, a couple of clotheslines, and a spine buster. Cover, 1-2, kick out. We come back from commercial. Carl Anderson hits the running power bomb. Cover, 1-2, kick out. Balor retreats in the corner, and Anderson hit the uppercut and picks him up in a fireman's carry, but Finn Balor fights out and takes him down. Cover, 1-2, kick out. Balor viciously stomps Anderson continuously. Finn chops Anderson in the corner. Anderson hits the net breaker from the second rope. Cover, 1-2, kick out. Finn Balor takes down Anderson with a sling blade, followed by a shotgun drop kick in the corner. Balor climbs up to the top rope, but is stopped by Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson then hits the superplex. Dominic climbs on the apron to distract the referee, but Styles takes him down. Priest sends AJ flying over the announce desk. Gallows hits Priest, being driven into the ring post by Rhea Ripley. Ripley then body slams Gallows. Meanwhile, Anderson picks up Balor, but Rhea low blows Anderson, allowing Balor to win. Winner, Finn Balor. I love this. I cannot wait until November. I'm not going to be able to wear my shirt. Shit. Anywho, moving on. Johnny Gargano is backstage with a whistle. The Miz confronts him, demanding to know what he knows. But Johnny says that Miz already knows. Then he then asks Miz to tell the people what he knows. Miz then gets upset before telling Gargano he is going to tell the people what he knows. Miz music hits and he goes out to the ring. The Miz is in the ring, and the Miz says that Gargano has accused him of keeping a secret between himself and Loomis. He admits that it's true. He also says that Loomis showed up unannounced, and the following week he kidnapped Miz from Ciampa, who hasn't been seen in weeks. He's got an injury to his hand. I don't know what it is, but it's an injury. He says that his knowledge is unparalleled. He says that Loomis couldn't stand that he chose Ciampa to work with him. He then said that Ciampa is his best friend and he is missing. Gargano interrupted him and says that is not what really happened. He said that his friend Ciampa isn't missing, but he's actually injured. He then calls Miz a liar. Gargano then asks Miz to admit the truth, or he's going to blow the whistle on Ciampa. The Miz says that he's been telling the truth. R-Truth's music hits, walks singing his entrance music. He gets to the ring. R-Truth then asks the crowd to make some noise and asks them, "What's up?" Miz looks confused. R-Truth is here since Miz wanted to say the truth. That's why he's here. The Miz asks R-Truth, has he eaten too much crappy Carolina food that has clogged his brain? Then he insults the crowd but is stopped by R-Truth, who tells him he can't talk down about his hometown's mac and cheese. He then asks the crowd if they want to see him face the Miz. The Miz says they aren't fighting. Then he says he wants the truth, but the truth and Gargano tell him he can't handle the truth. R-Truth is from North Carolina. They were in Charlotte, North Carolina. There you go. And I was scared because I only watched when it was live. I only watched an hour of it, and I went to sleep. I was exhausted. I thought I was going to wake up to seeing Charlotte, hearing Charlotte Flair is back, and then I watched it um later that Tuesday. R-Truth versus The Miz. The match starts with The Miz attacking R-Truth from behind. Yells, "What's up?" to the crowd. The crowd boos Miz. R-Truth fights back he goes for a scissor kick. Miz sidesteps and kicks him in the head. Miz locks in the chin lock. R-Truth fights back with the shoulder tackle, and he goes for a 5-knuckle shuffle, but stopped by Miz, who goes for rolls Miz up for the win. Winner R-Truth. Please don't fuck with this today. I don't need to have my fucking internet. This is insane. If this is going to happen, I'm going to have to start pre-recording this and launching it because I'm tired of this. The hooded figure revealed himself to be Johnny Gargano. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviewed Candice LeRae. She said she didn't what to expect when she returned to WWE. She said she knew this would be a challenge, but she had support from other superstars. Bayley then interrupted and tells her Asuka and Alexa Bliss aren't there here since she put them on the shelf. Candice cuts her off, telling her that Bayley is still not Raw Women's Champion. Damage Control then pushes down the cameraman and attacks Candice LeRae. Elias is shown backstage as he runs into Riddle and says he wants to clear the air. Riddle tells him there's no need for that, but Elias tells him he has a long history of being interrupted, but promises himself he will do something about it. However, Riddle and Ezekiel were close. He will let it slide, but warned not to do it again. Alpha Academy then interrupts and insults their tunes. He then asks Elias to get serious and shave his beard like Ezekiel. Elias then asks Gable to meet him out in the ring. Gable accepts the challenge, saying Otis eats people like Elias for breakfast. We have Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Theory's music hits and he walks out to the ring. Mustafa Ali's music, just as the match was about to begin, Seth Rollins' music plays and he walks out with the United States Championship. The match begins. Austin Theory showing his strength by pushing down Ali. Ali goes for a headlock, but is shoved into the corner and is then locked down by Theory. Theory goes to work on Ali by choking him against the ropes. Theory attacks Ali in the corner. The crowd sings Rollins' theme song. Austin Theory knocks Ali down with a knee to the gut, cover, 1-2 kick out. Ali fights back with a Hurricane Rana. He then sets up Theory on the top turnbuckles, but thrown off the top. As Theory tries to dive onto Ali, Ali counters with a drop kick as Theory rolls out. All as Ali tries to go out of the ring, Theory attacks him and hits a neckbreaker on the outside. We come back from commercial. Theory wastes no time in sending him back into the ring. Theory wastes time picking up his phone. This allowed Ali to drop him and follow him up with a dive off the top rope. Then Ali attacks Theory in the corner. Rollins looks worried on the outside. Ali super kicks. Ali goes for a tornado DDT. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Ali goes for another tornado DDT, but is stopped by Theory, who hits a neck breaker. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Theory picks Ali up and in the fireman's carry, but all escapes and Ali escapes and hits a backbreaker. Ali distracts the referee, allowing Theory to stop him and hit a town downtown for the win. Winner Austin Theory. So I'm on still on. Give me 1 second so I can check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Um I guess this is working. I guess this is working. Fantastico. Now we go back to what the video were doing. After the match, Seth mocks Ali in the ring. He then throws him out of the ring. He then throws Ali into the ring announcer's every area. He then trash talks Mustafa Ali and asks security to take him out of there. As Seth is on the entrance ramp, he's jumped by Ali, and two men brawl as Seth retrieves backstage. Ali then tells Rollins he isn't going anywhere. Johnny Gargano is shown backstage. The Miz says he deceived him, but Gargano then says that makes them both of them. JBL appears and tells Johnny Gargano to stop introducing himself. Gargano then introduces himself while making fun of JBL. Gargano then says that Corbin has changed his name so many times it's hard to keep up. JBL says that they will meet out in the ring. Corey Graves says it isn't able to provide any update on regarding Candice. One handicap match: Amos versus four jobbers. Okay. Amos theme plays and walks out to the ring. Before the match begins, MVP gets on the mic and says that Amos and Braun Strowman came face to face for the first time, but Strowman was tossed out of the ring like a child. Then he asks the jobbers if if that can happen to Strowman. Imagine what will happen to them. He asks if they have seen hands like Amos's hands. He then says that he respects their courage, but asks if they have a good insurance plan. MVP hopes Strowman is watching because after Crown Jewel, there will be only one monster. Amos starts the match by knocking down all four men. They gang up on Amos, but shakes them off like nothing. Another tries to jump on Amos, but is knocked out with a big boot. Amos then steamrolls all of them. He picks up one of them and slams him. He then drags another one on top and pins them both. Amos picks up the win. Elias is walking out to the ring for his match. Elias versus Chad Gable. Chad Gable's music plays and he walks out to the ring. Elias's music plays next and he walks out. Gable takes down Elias as the match starts. Gable gains control early with a big DDT and goes for a moonsault, but Elias cuts him out of midair with a knee. Elias then hits the final cut for the win. Elias picks up the victory. After the match, Otis attacks Elias from behind, and the Alpha Academy attack him. Matt Riddle comes to the rescue, makes the save, and hits Gable with a bro to sleep. He then hits the Acai moonsault on them before checking on Otis. JBL's music hits. He makes his way out. AJ Styles seen backstage with Anderson and Gallows, who shows up holding his crotch. AJ then says, we have a Rhea Ripley problem. JBL in the ring, and he insults North Carolina and talks up Baron Corbin. So we have a match with Baron Corbin and Johnny Gargano. Gargano starts by attacking Corbin in the corner, then hits Corbin with a drop kick, sending him to the floor. He follows up with a suicide dive, but is caught by Corbin, who sends him into the post and gains control of the match. Corbin works Gargano for a while, but dropkick sends him outside. Gargano then dives, but is caught thrown into the announce desk. Both men are on the turnbuckles jockeying for position. Johnny goes up and over basement super kick on the outside. Johnny climbs on the announce desk and goes and does a little dance with JBL's hat. He follows up with a tornado DDT and fakes returning JBL's hat. Gargano throws Corbin in the ring, but it's taken out by JBL. He's allowed he this allowed JBL to hit the end of um, this allows Baron Corbin to hit the end of days for the win. Baron Corbin wins. After the match, Bianca Belair is interviewed. She says she knows she's outnumbered, but she will take out Dakota Kai and Io Sky since it's a it's this is bigger than the title. She said it's about payback. Belair says Bailey has taken out all of her friends and she will stop at nothing to do the same to Bailey. Backstage, Gargano runs into Miz, who hands him a get well card for Candace. The Miz then says he wants to put the end to this nonsense. However, Gargano then tells him the only reasonable thing to do is tell the truth, and if he doesn't, Johnny will next week. Bianca Belair versus Bailey. Bailey's music hits, then Bianca. They both are out of the ring. Bailey's whispers something to her stablemates. The match starts with both women trying to gain the advantage. Bianca takes down Bailey. Bailey fights back and attacks Belair's arms. But Bianca body slams her. Bailey knocked down by Belair. Bailey regains control by attacking Belair in the corner. Bianca hits the superplex over and goes for another suplex, but stopped by Bailey, who's locked in the crossface. Belair powers out a backbreaker. Bailey rolls out, and Belair goes for a dive on her. Back from commercial with Bailey in control, she superplexes Bianca Belair on the outside. Bailey throws Belair back in the ring and covers her 1-2 kick out. Bianca fights back but is sent into the corner. Bailey attacks Bianca in the corner, but Belair slips out and tries to hit the KOD, but Bailey escapes by hurting the arm of Belair. Bailey continues to work the arm of Belair as the crowd chants EST. Bailey runs into the second rope and is sent to the outside. Back in the ring, and Belair hits the superplex. Belair hits the clothesline and dropkick and attacks Bailey in the corner. Bailey slips out and pulls the braid of Belair, counters and drops her. She goes for a moonsault but is countered by Bailey. Bailey goes for Bailey to belly but is rolled up, cover 1-2 kick out. Belair then hits the moonsault. Bailey picks up and throws Belair into the announce area. Then she hits a DDT. We come back from commercial. Bailey and Belair jockey for position on top. Bailey slips down and attempts the KOD, but Bianca escapes and hits Bailey to Bella cover for 1-2 kick out. Bailey drags Belair out of the ring and slams her into the barricade. She tries to do it again, but Belair slams her into the post. Belair throws Bailey back in the ring. Both women exchange blows in the ring. Belair hits a spine buster, cover 1-2 kick out. Belair climbs to the top turnbuckle, but Bailey stops her and hits a Bailey to belly, cover 1-2 kick out. Bianca Belair fights off damage control and grabs Bailey and powerbombs her on the announce table before slamming her into the ring, into the post and the apron. But Io Sky dives Belair into the announce desk while Kai kicks her in the head before throwing her into the ring. The referee ejects damage control while he is taken out by an unknown person. In the ring, Belair hits the KOD and attempts the pin, but no referee. The person revealed herself to be Nikki Cross. As she attacks Belair, sending her into the post, Bailey covers for her for a win. After the match, Nikki Cross attacks Bailey viciously. The crowd boos her, and Raw goes off the air. Welcome back. This is Cross. We actually have two people with the last name Cross. Oh my God. Vince McMahon is having a fucking cow. Serious. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is like worlds colliding. Worlds colliding. We're going to NXT, unfortunately, because it is a Fallout show. These are the only two times I'm going to be doing it until it gets better. I'm a little. Hold on. The show opens up with the recap of Halloween Havoc while you're at it, and turn on my all my notifications so when I go live, you know about it. We have Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, sorry, versus Nikita Lyons and Zoe Starks for the women's tag team championship. Carter and Lyons start. A little bit of mat grappling. Nikita shoves off with shows off with splits and back rolls anyway. Nikita rams her into the corner. Quick tag cover. Nope. Arm wringer. Snapmare. Off rope. Stuck penalty kick. Arm wringer. Quick tag. And Chance gets a senton on Timonico. Near fall off on Stark. Fight over suplex. Lions tags in Canadian backbreaker. Rack champ outsmarts Katana with a victory roll. Near fall. Off rope. Stereo dropkick. Zoe sent to the floor. Double cross body to the challenger. Get a double arm slam, and we go to break. Back from commercial, the champions are working on over Lions, over some strength. Assisted splash. Stark runs in, breaks up. Finally, Zoe tags in, hitting Katana hard, throwing her into the turnbuckles. Over rotated suplex, looking for a face breaker, but Chance counters into a pin for two. Carter takes out with a cactus clothesline, skin the cat, backs inside duck, egg pump kick. Nikita Lyons win the end. So we start to win by a schoolboy pin, but they referee restarted it because it was the wrong. It was the wrong woman was in there. It was not legal. So they restarted the match, brawling at the bell. Nikita dumped to the floor, working Stark over. Big near fall. Kaden tags in Zoe with a German suplex. Lion in split into a leg drop. Chance breaks it up. Stark to the floor, taking her out. Nikita with pump kick, body slam, reverse kick combo from Carter. Tag me. Katana win by pinfall with a 450 splash to retain. We get a video package for tonight's match between Ilya Dragunov and JD McDonough. We see freshly crowned North American champion Wesley walking backstage to send us to break. Back from commercial, we get a vignette of T-Bar burning his mask and talking about coming for justice rather than retribution. Wesley makes his entrance and gets on the mic. He says he wanted to come out here and thank everyone for Saturday night. He never thought he'd make it to WWE, let alone be champion, and for damn sure not a singles champion. But the faith and the confidence of everyone in NXT. This title gave him a sense of validation. He's searched for his entire life that he belongs, that there's a place for him, where he's loved for who he is and not what he's and for what he stands for, and for he's forever grateful. The feeling standing on the ladder and hearing "You deserve it" chants is indescribable, and all he could do was thank us. He plans to continuing in and enter Grayson Waller. He tells Lead to stop sucking up to the crowd. He doesn't deserve anything, and neither do the fans. He talks about how bad his Saturday was, and how much he hated Halloween. He claims he was technically won his match. West climbed the ladder. Congrats, Waller. Did did that yesterday at Home Depot and didn't anything as far as he is concerned. He's still up 1-0 on Apollo Crews. Enter Truth, dressed like the Joker. He gets on the mic and tells Orlando to make some noise. He welcomes everyone to Halloween Havoc and says he'll be the spookiest night of the year before finally Grayson interrupts to point that it's not Halloween Havoc. Truth compliments his British accent, and Waller calls him an idiot because he's Australian. Finally, Grayson tells him Halloween Havoc was 3 days ago, which Truth does not believe until Wesley confirms that he did indeed already. It already happened. And Ron celebrates his title win with him. He asks Waller how he did, and Lee points out he lost a casket match to Apollo Crews, which Undertaker is probably fucking wanted to kill these two. Seriously. Wanted to legitimately freaking wring their necks. They completely fucked that up. They would play an homage, obviously, but it's neither here nor there.